Come on, Looky Lou. Those chumps aren't getting anywhere on our watch. Bad guys are closing in. I'm gonna go take them out. I'm not letting you step 1 foot into our town. Let me join in on the fight to protect our own.
Sorry to keep you waiting, bud. You really don't think you could have won on your own? Oh man, that thing's huge! Can we really beat it? Night Blitz!
Let's bring peace back to Felicidad. Together. I don't know what I'd do without you guys.
Too slow! Lend me your power!
I would like to assist, if I may.
Counting on you!
If you want to protect something, you've got to fight for it.
I shall show them the folly of their insurrection. They shall learn the hard way.
Get him!
Say your goodbyes!
Real power comes from trusting your friends and your monsters. Come on, Looky Lou. Those chumps aren't getting anywhere on our watch. Bad guys are closing in. I'm gonna go take them out. I'm not letting you step 1 foot into our town. Let me join in on the fight to protect our own.
Sorry to keep you waiting, bud. You really don't think you could have won on your own? Oh man, that thing's huge! Can we really beat it? Night Blitz!
Let's bring peace back to Felicidad. Together. I don't know what I'd do without you guys.
Too slow! Lend me your power!
I would like to assist, if I may.
Counting on you!
If you want to protect something, you've got to fight for it.
I shall show them the folly of their insurrection. They shall learn the hard way.
Get him!
Say your goodbyes!
Real power comes from trusting your friends and your monsters.
Hey guys, welcome to Morning Coffee and Ramble. This was a trailer for Farmagia. Farmagia, is that it? Farmagia, something like that. Sorry for the slow start. We were I'm pretty sure the audio is available for the trailers. We can hear it on our phone as we listen to the stream. We couldn't hear it on our laptop, which is what we were doing testing with. So anyway, good morning. This is going to be we're going to point out some new games that are coming out in the near future and updates for old games. This one's coming out October 1st, which is today, 2024. I believe. Hold on, let me check the exact facts here. Today is August 1st, or October 1st. It's going to be available for $49 for PC. It's going to be on Switch, in the eShop. Edition 1. Yeah, it's going to be available November 1st on PlayStation 5. It's going to run you around $59. That we watched through that trailer several times. Pretty interesting game. Terabytes. What's this one about? Let's read all about it first. Here's the trailer that they're giving us. Let's give it a look.
Have you seen her yet?
Not yet. Jerry.
All right, let's hope she's not. Okay, let's go.
You have to get moved.
This one's going to be available October 14th, guys, in about 2 weeks. Halfway to Halloween. Looks like a good Halloween game. Terabytes. Okay, that looks like a good one for Halloween. And so we'll give that one a get that to remember that. Looks like one we might want to catch. Magic Inn. Now, I'm not too horrible sure what this one is about, but it does indeed have a trailer, and I'm not seeing it. But all right, there is Magic Inn. They have a trailer, but they didn't provide it here, so you'll have to go to YouTube and see it. All you have to do is search Magic Inn, and it should pop right up for you. Vampire Hunter, another where'd it go? Vampire Hunter is another good Halloween sounding game. And that should be coming out in the very, very near future. Right at Halloween. Undead.
Survivors. In FPS. Real guns. Lots of guns. Unlock and upgrade. Your unique playstyle. And survive the mayhem. vampire hunters.
October 30th, 2024. Don't forget to check that out. That's definitely going to be a Halloween gift. Nice one to play for Halloween. Burra, The Way the Wind Blows. This one, just absolutely does not have a trailer today. Let's give it the old what's it about, you know. There you go. This one is a Kickstarter, but is still underway. If you want to support it, that is their idea for their new game. If you're out there, we want to thank you for joining us on Morning Coffee and Ramble. We're doing upcoming games, new games, game updates. That'll be coming very soon in the near future. You know, anywhere from today to December, I think, is where they're at right now. Leaf Blower Simulator is another fun game. Let's give you an idea of the flavor of the game, and we'll get right to the trailer. I know some people will think the text is boring and they only want to see the trailers, but honestly, this is the only way. Okay, so this is going to be available as a free demo starting October 14th. Now, mind you, it's only for that period to the 21st. And free demos, unlike if you get an early access key, does not turn into a full game. You have to still going to have to make the purchase in the end after the 21st if you want to continue playing the game. But you get to test it for free, or at least a portion of it for free, starting on the 14th. Let's check out the trailer.
Games are too intense these days. In a world filled with chaos and stress, where the hustle and bustle never seems to stop, comes a game that will blow you away with its simplicity and tranquility. Let's bring down the pace. Welcome to Leaf Blower Sim. Close your eyes, ease your mind. Let your worries blow away with the leaves. Oh yeah, just like that. Sit back and let the leaf blower do the heavy lifting for you. That's a good way to relieve some stress. Leaf Blower Sim isn't just here to clear your mind and lower your blood pressure. Here at Lift Indie Games, we want you to experience the ultimate relaxing experience. Is that a pull? I think I'm falling in love. Let's leaf the grass for a while and clear out the local playground. Let's wrap things up with some of that sweet, sweet leaf blower ASMR. Leaf Blower Sim.
All right, this sounds pretty cool. It's a ASMR type game, and sounds like for some of you looking for a break and a little bit of quiet, that would be the game for you. On a Journey is another game coming up, starting. Well, it started September 30th, so it was starting yesterday. This release is a little bit late. That happens sometimes. Looking for something a little bit different to do, but you're not sure you want to invest a lot of money or don't have anything to invest right now, this is free. You can download it, play it for the next week, and see what you think of it. Give it a try. Transport Fever 2 Console Edition. This is another one without a trailer, but we're going to give you a taste of the flavor of the game right here. Some of these console games, they don't provide trailers, and some of them are not available until later, and they don't have a trailer yet. But we'll give you a brief look at the flavor of the game. as of today. Check that out if it's for you. It is on Steam now, so not sure why they didn't provide a trailer. I can't answer for the people who put out these news releases. Here's one that does have a trailer. Whoops. Yeah. Hey. All right, so this one is going to be available as free demo as well. There you go. Arrow 2 pretty soon will be free. I think October 14th as a demo for about 14th to 21st. That's a week. So check it out. If you're looking for something new but you don't want to pour out a lot of money, these free demos are the way to do it. Zero, the Kamikaze Squirrel. Now, I don't know if this has a trailer. Maybe it does. Yes, it does. We'll give you a little taste of the flavor of the game here. We'll get right into the trailer. All right, let's check out the trailer for this Kamikaze Squirrel. Sounds pretty interesting. It really is a Kamikaze Squirrel. And so there you go, Kamikaze Squirrel. This one didn't say it was going to be. I don't think it's going to be on Steam. Didn't say it was going to be free demo or anything either. But it looks like an interesting game all the same. Scaredy Cat. There's no trailer provided for this one, but we'll give you a taste of the flavor of the game here anyway. Well, that was interesting. Why'd you stop there? No. That was enough. Okay. It did stop in the middle of a sentence, but it was less than a paragraph left. Rhyme Tower. There's a trailer for Rhyme Tower. Okay, this one can be downloaded on Steam as a demo. So there is a demo available on Steam, as you can see right here. Let's take a look.
Just like boom, tap, boom, ba-boom, tap. Move to the beat while your towers attack. Wait, let's do that again. Welcome, player, since you just arrived. This is Planet Rhapsody, where music's alive. Me, the manager, your philosophical guide. I've been here a while, so hints I'll provide. First, you must be thinking, what you doing here? So listen up close, I'ma make it clear. We got this algorithm, it's our planet's fuel. It powers everything while being musical. But now it's understood by creeps that hate sound. They're tearing up our tunes, trying to bring us down. I know you tried before, but didn't hit the fame. So now you got a shot to give yourself a name. To start, collect notes. Yeah, collect notes. It's currency the ghost, so quick, collect notes. Then build your towers, they sync with the sound. The stronger your rhythm, the more they'll pound. Protect our funky lands, from meadows to peaks. Environments that look and sound quite unique. The creeps will get tougher, they'll test your flow. Unlock new abilities to see your strategies grow. You would chosen here for your rhythm and skill to defend the algorithm. I know you will. When you struggle to defend, bring along a friend. Together you can bring this chaos to an end. So keep to the beat, defend with pride. We'll save Planet Rhapsody side by side.
Again, download a demo of this one. If you're looking for something to do, free demo is available. All right, this one we made an announcement video for, short announcement video. People keep asking why I make those short announcement videos. They're not real games. I should just play the game, but as you can see, many of these games are not available yet. Even the downloads, the free demos for downloads won't be available for another week. These are notices that this is going to be happening. The actual game, in many cases, is not out there yet. And also, some of them are not available on Steam. They're available on certain consoles. And, I guess there's some people out there who have every console known to man, but this guy does not happen to be one of them. We'll give you an idea of the flavor of Conscript. No, I don't. No. Stop. Do it what I want. Yeah. When I say read this, it's not working. Not working. Why is it not working? All right. I'll get it. Okay, let's just take a look at the trailer for Conscript.
Peggy 16.
Yes, you are.
Ich hab ihn! Mann! Schnapp ihn!
All right, so there you have it, Conscript. Dark Knights, I don't want to do that. remember to check that out. It wasn't. A cat and his boy. A cat and his boy. Yeah. I guess that says a lot. This was a previous released game, and we're just gonna. It doesn't have a whole lot to say. It's going to be. It was launched September 30th. It was launched yesterday. Obviously, Nintendo Switch. There you go, available on the Nintendo Switch. Check it out. You can also get it on Steam, apparently. So if you don't have a Switch, use your PC. The Dread Haunt. The Dread Haunt. First season pass. There's no trailer for this. Just a press release. They're announcing your first season pass, a DLC. That's exactly what this is about. Steam powered, so you can get it on Steam. And the DLC, and I'm sure there's a price for it, but it does not give the price here. The Dirt League. There's no trailer, no nada, nothing. Yeah, for this one. All right, so there you have it. Fusion Play Partners, Viva la Dirt League. I don't have a trailer to show you. This is what they offered. So there you have it. You have all the information about that one that I do. Seven Deadly Sins, Grand Cross. It's another one. No trailer. Just some quick information. Now, there you have it. You have about as much information on that one as I do. It's a mobile game. I'm sure if you check on Play Store, you'll find that. It's an Oculus Rift game right here, Bootstrap Island. That's another one with available on Steam, and that's about all I know about it. Here, I'll give you some idea of the information they offer here. There you have it. Hell is Us sounds like another Halloween type game. We're going to give you a little taste of the flavor.
Hi, everyone. My name is Jonathan Jacques Belatet. I'm the creative director and the art director on Hell Is Us. I hope you enjoyed the trailer that you've seen recently. Today, we're back in the spotlight. We're going to show you a bit of gameplay, a bit more than what you've seen in the trailer, and I hope that you will enjoy this part greatly. All right, so let's start with the basics. So Hell Is Us is set to be released in 2025. It's for pretty much everything. So Xbox Series X, PlayStation 5, and PC. So the game is a bit of a take back to games from the 1990s. We're a team of passionate people. The average on the team is like 20 years of development experience. So we're from different generations, and we have a lot of love for how the games in the 90s were made and how they were played and experienced, especially the fact that there was no hand-holding, there was no silver plattering. You kind of had to figure stuff out by yourself. You were really in control of your exploration and your own discoveries. And this is what we're trying to do in Hell Is Us, obviously with modern flair and kind of like modern knowledge of game design and whatnot, but very much put you back in the driver's seat of your experience and of your exploration, and then the result and the joy of your discoveries. So Hell Is Us takes place in a country called Hadia. Hadia is in the grip of a vicious civil war. You play the role of Remy. Remy is actually from Hadia. He was born there, but his mom smuggled him out at the age of 5, like it sometimes happens in those countries. And what I mean by that is Hadia is a hermit state, is a turtle state. It's completely closed off on itself. Nobody goes out. Nobody comes in. And that's why Remy's mom decided to smuggle him out so he can have a better life. He grew up in the foster home system, or the foster system in Canada. He's always wanted to come back to Hadia. He wants to find his parents again. He wants to kind of like confront them. He's got a lot of questions for them. He understands why they abandoned him. But yet, abandonment is pretty much the biggest trauma that a child can have. And there's like a loop that hasn't been closed properly for him towards this situation and his parents. When the game starts, Remy has finally been able to infiltrate Hadia during the brutal civil war that I was talking about. Remy is a ON peacekeeper. He quit his post. He went AWOL, infiltrated the country, and this is where the game starts. Remy remembers 2 things, and that means the players remember 2 things. It's that his village of birth was called Jova, and his father was the blacksmith of Jova. Those are the only clues you begin the game with, and these are the only clues that Remy also know. So equipped with this knowledge, with these clues, you begin the game and you try to find your way to Jova.
You must be lost to wander around Sinedra Forest. I'm afraid I have very little to offer. A group of strange-looking soldiers arrived here last night in an APC. And perhaps you can ask them for help. It's not the first time I've seen them. They always seem to be snooping around here for something. They parked their APC just beyond the woods, to the north. Once in the woods, follow the wind chimes. They will lead the way through. The gate to enter the woods is locked. Here, take this key to unlock it.
Okay, so let's talk about this design philosophy that I've mentioned earlier, which is, I said the word silver plattering is something that I had been thinking about for quite a few years, and the team as well, which is, if you look at modern day or contemporary adventure games and RPGs, pretty much everything is given to you on a silver platter. What I mean by that is when you explore, everything appears in front of you. You have your compass on top of you that's like a sixth sense, like a magical sense that detects, all the caves and all the cool stuff around you and the towers and this and whatnot. It just appears magically. And you have your map, and you have your mini map, and you have your quest markers, and you have your objective markers, and you can drop your own markers, and you have your quest journals, and it just never ends. And if you think about it, what happens with that is that you're not truly exploring. You're just kind of like flying by wire. And when you find something, it's not really your discovery. It was kind of handed to you on a silver platter. So what you're looking at now is we're having a discussion with a bloke named Ernest Cadell. He's telling us certain information, and then he tells us it's quite far. You need to hitch a ride. You might find people that are willing to give you a ride. It's up to the north of my house, so you're going to have to use your compass, but your real compass, right, with the coordinates on it, north, south, east, west, blah, 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 and follow that. And he tells you that in the Lost Woods, in order to find your way out, just follow the wind chimes. He says, I've attached them there for my kids when they were young because they kept on getting lost in those bloody woods. And then he tells you, follow the sound of the wind chimes, and you'll find your way on the other side of the woods. that's how we do it. It's very organic. It's very realistic. You know, someone in real life could have told you the exact same thing. So the environments, the visuals of the game are not just there to illustrate, they're there to communicate. So you need to play the game, you need to open your eyes, you need to open your ears to what NPCs tell you, and you'll find your way and you'll discover things, and you will truly own your discoveries and the great joy that comes with that. So here's another scene or another section that could be considered part of our player plattering philosophy. So here's a puzzle, and there's obviously a solution to the puzzle, but nothing eventually is going to tell you, you know, if the player ends up kind of like taking a bit of time to find a solution. There's not going to be any artificial kind of ways that are going to help him or tell him what to do. Remy's not going to start talking to himself, or i.e. talking to player with, you know, little clues and whatever. It's really up to you to figure them out. And in the way that the player plattering is inserted in this, we have a good example here with your trusty drone named Cappy. By the way, you can tell now that Remy has his poncho and he has his sword and he has his drone. So it's after he's acquired them, right? Because at the beginning of the game, you saw he was not dressed like that. Now there's a reason why he ends up dressed like this. There's a reason why he needs these things, this equipment, but we don't need to get into these details today. So anyway, there's an ancient language in the country and you kind of find it throughout the game. And the drone has a software, one of his many softwares, and this specific one can translate the ancient language. So this puzzle, the way that it works, you need to kind of like explore and observe your environment around this specific puzzle in order to find the clues on how to solve it. You need the drone, your trusty Cappy, his name is Cappy, also there's something behind that, of course, and you translate those old texts. It gives you little passages of a poem or a psalm or something like that. And through what they tell you and the order in which they seem to have to be pieced back together, you find your clues on what this puzzle does and how to solve it. So again, the players are kind of like just led to their own devices, but things are there, the answers are there, and you have to explore. And again, I repeat it, you have to open your eyes and open your ears, and you'll figure it out. So by now, you've seen a lot of what I guess is like exploration and looking around and talking to people and doing puzzles and all that kind of sweet stuff. But if you've seen the trailer, you of course notice that there's another big aspect to the game, which is third-person melee combat. So we like to say that the game is 50% exploration and 50% combat. The game is not at all only about combat, and it's definitely not at all just walking around and figuring stuff out. It's the combination of both, and we also think that the way that we've combined them is quite refreshing and quite unique in Hell Is Us. So, like I said, combat is an integral part of the game. I do want to emphasize now that we're not a Souls-like game. The game is a lot more mid-core. It's have fun, get in it, and hack and slash. It doesn't mean it's easy. It's not overly hard. There's a learning curve. There's subtleties. There's little things that we've invented just for the flair and the flavor of Hell Is Us. It's very crunchy. I think the friction is pretty good, and I hope you'll enjoy it. So there's a wide variety of enemies in the game. So we have kind of like the more common enemy type, which we call the Hollow Walker. So it's these kind of humanoid bipedal white enemies that you can see here with the holes in their faces and their chests and whatnot. So obviously there's a reason why they're called Hollow Walkers, and there's different types of them and different kind of tiers of strength and powers. But when you're facing pretty much the biggest threats in the game, it's what we call like a dual entity. So it's like a Hollow Walker has a haze inside of it. So it's when the haze is present. I'm not going to get into the details right away of what the haze represents. It's all part of the lore and what you will figure out in the game. But when you're facing a combo of these dual entities, and it can go to like 3 of them, 4 of them, there's the herders, there's the fervents, and different types like that. But that's when you really need to master the combat system. That's when you start having to use all the tools and techniques at your disposal. The drone has tons of skills to upgrade it, and the drone is very much your little sidekick to help you in fighting multiple enemies at a time. He's not a sidekick in the sense where he talks and he has an AI. He's very much a drone that has its own protocol to do this crowd management during the combat. So you have your different weapons. You have your limbic skills, attack to weapons, which is basically you consider as your magic, even though in the game it's not considered magic. There's kind of like a scientific base to them. But that's when you really need to master all the little subtleties of the combat system, use all the tools in your arsenal and at your disposition, and get in the melee with these kind of dual or triple or quadruple entities and being able to manage them and be victorious. So like I mentioned, here specifically, you can see a combat against a limbic entity that has multiple hazes attached to the Hollow Walker. That's when it gets really complex. It gets very overwhelming because you're alone, but you got your trusty little cat. So you need to use its skill. So for example, Cappy has a skill where you can distract an entity, either a haze or a Hollow Walker. You can use the forward charge, which is one of my favorite. You also have the Typhoon. You have the super dash skill, which is another one of my favorites. So you can start dashing sideways, forward, backwards, really, really fast. It gives you like this Japanese action game style. And then you also have your limbic skill. So you need to find the glyphs in the game and you need to attach them to your weapons. And this is when you start getting powers that come from these weapons that allow you to take care of these enemies in much more powerful and kind of like impressive ways. That's when the VFX and the sound effects all come together and give you this combat bang that we all like and love. Okay, so now let's take a little pause from the combat and let's go back to the investigation and the exploration. So, like I said, there's no silver plattering. There's none of these kind of like fly-by-wire. It's up to you to figure out what your kicker is. What I mean by kicker is what you're supposed to achieve at this specific moment, what you're actually looking for, where to look for it, and how to look for it, right? Remy and the players are at a ratio of information which is 1-1.
It's in Akasa Marshes. It's quite a ways from here.
So one of the tools that we're providing you to still kind of help you a bit and manage this 1-1 kind of like knowledge ratio is your data pad. Think of it as a bit your investigation wall, if you want, but in a digital 90s format. So your clues, your leads, the important people that are related to your investigation, trying to find your parents and a lot more eventually, are all stored here. They're linked together by the relationships. And now it's up to you to go and investigate about them. So as you can see here, some of the areas can be quite wide opened. This one here called the Casa Marshes is one of the bigger ones. And as I spoke quite a bit already, the game doesn't hold your hand or doesn't really tell you where to go. So out of your main leads or clues or ideas that you have in your head of what you're supposed to do or where you're supposed to go at any given moment, you will also be attracted by a lot of points of interest or just little things in the environment that pique your curiosity. And as you walk towards them or explore, that's when you'll start also making a ton of like peripheral or side discoveries on your own, things that you cannot solve right away, or things that you might think that there is a thing to be done with it when there's none. And it's all part of the fun stuff and the kind of like experience that we're providing in the game. So as you can see here, there's a tree with people that have been hung. Like I said, this takes place during a very vicious civil war between two different ethnicities in the countries that are still basically the exact same people. And you found a street. It's actually not part of the Golden Path or not part of something tremendously important in the game, but there's still something around it. There's still something to be found, and it's probably linked to more stuff that you can do in relation to it. But that you had to do your own exploration to find it, and even more of your own exploration and investigation to figure out what it's linked to and what you can do from it if you want. So here we are in a dungeon in the game. So yes, the game has dungeons. This was really important to us. Like I said at the beginning, there's a bit of a love letter to games from the 90s. But one of the challenges was the game takes place in a contemporary setting. The game takes place in 1993. And yet we still wanted dungeons in the game. And I didn't want the dungeons to take place in an abandoned metro station or, in an abandoned factory because it's the modern era. I still wanted the dungeons to be very ancient things. And this brings us to another really important aspect of the game, or one of the very important themes of the game, which is history, historicity, deep history. So history that goes even before history. So there's a lot of mysteries and a lot of lore, and the origin of what's going on in the country and the link to the Civil War is all tied to that deep history and also what has happened since. I won't get into too much details because that will be part of another video for you guys, but you can see a bit of it here, and it shows you the varied palettes and moods and atmospheres that we have in the game, which also I think is something quite interesting and unique that we're doing in Hell Is Us. Thanks a lot. Thanks for being with us. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm extremely grateful to have you guys following us, the team as well. So just to repeat, the game Hell Is Us will be released in 2025 as box series, PlayStation 5, and PC. And there's a lot more coming soon about the game. This is just the beginning. We'll explain other aspects of it and get into sometimes a bit of the minutia. So stay tuned and speak to you soon. Thank you.
There you have it. Hell Is Us, coming out in 2025. Keep your eyes open for that. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you will give us a like and a follow, share our content. We appreciate your support. We really do. We'll be back in a little while with Magic the Gathering. Until then, check out our shorts and other stuff going on. And we'll see you then. Bye-bye.